Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 50 of the video podcast, Me and My Dog and Some Yarn. Today is April 26th, 2015. It's a Sunday. So, welcome to the show. I cannot believe I have hit 50 episodes. That is amazing. Oh my goodness, I did not think when I started podcasting a year and a half ago that I would continue. I have always been the quiet girl, somewhat shy, and I don't really like my picture taken. I don't like to be in front of the camera. And when I filmed that first podcast, I thought, I'm not even sure I will post this because I don't know. I don't know that I would enjoy it. I certainly didn't think anybody would watch. I knew my mom would watch. My mom is my biggest fan. But I didn't really think anyone else would watch. But I went ahead and posted it, and I continued to podcast, and now I'm at 50. And that is just amazing that you guys have checked me out and you have come to sit and knit with me each week or every other week, depending on how often I podcast. And that just, it's amazing. And I want to thank you guys for sticking with me and for coming here and watching me, because I know there are hundreds of podcasters out there now. And you could easily go watch one of them instead of me. And I just appreciate you spending time with me each week. So thank you very much. What have you guys been up to? I know some of you have joined the fall. I wish it were fall. It's getting hot here. The springtime knit-along that is going on in the group. You have until May 31st to enter your project, and it can be a project that you started a long time ago or one that you might cast on in the next few days or week, but it must be finished by May 31st. And you have to post a picture in the thread, and you need to tell me why you think that project is a springtime project. So perhaps it's a lightweight cardigan that you can wear in the spring, in the evening when it's cool. Maybe the colors are spring-like. I'm not too picky. As long as you can tell me why you think it's a spring project and it qualifies for a prize. It will be a bag made by me, and if anyone else would like to donate something for the podcast, for the knit along giveaway, then message me in Ravelry and let me know. So there's little Miss Dottie Maria. Come here, Dottie. Come say hi. Come say hi. My room's a mess. So, there she is. Hi, honey. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Dottie was not happy yesterday. We had storms come through yesterday morning, and as you guys know, she does not like thunderstorms. Ever since Hurricane Ike came through a few years ago, she has been petrified of thunderstorms, and she has been petrified of losing power in the house. And we don't normally lose power during a storm, but it was a really bad storm. And in fact, I think we might have had some tornado weather come through because we had a neighbor down the street lose a tree, and the tree was laying in the street. There were tops of trees pulled off and scattered everywhere. So we had really, really bad weather, and we lost power, and Dottie freaked out. And we lost power throughout the day. two times for a long time. Well, 30 minutes to an hour at a time. And I think we lost power once during the day because when we got home, the alarm was going off. Like something must be wrong with the battery in our burglar alarm. So we've got to check that out. But the alarm was going off and Dottie was totally freaked out because who knows how long she had been listening to it. Felt so bad for her. But anyways, last night I cooked dinner, and as soon as the timer went out and I pulled everything out of the oven, the lights went out again. So I hope they're fixed now. I think they are. Yeah, it was quite a day yesterday. Poor Dottie. Last night we went across the street to the church and we played bingo. They've got their spring festival going on. We played bingo and what else? We looked at the craft booth and we checked out the flea market, and I ended up buying a cookbook. Imagine that. I have more cookbooks than I could ever cook out of, but nevertheless, I had to buy one. And what else? Oh, we bought a little bag of cookies, and then since we live so close to the church, we walked there and back. So we walked home, and that was a lot of fun. The festival's going on right now, and I don't know that we'll go back today, but probably need to go shopping and get my niece a present. Her birthday is coming up next week, and since they moved to Louisiana, I need to go ahead and put that in the mail for her. So, other than that, I do have some knitting that's going on. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't announce the new members. I need to do that first. New members. We have 4 new members, and the first one is Little Panda 518, and Little Panda is Amanda. Amanda is from Ward, Arkansas, and everybody joins the group. I always go and click on their name there and look at their about me page and just try to find out a little bit about them. I think it's fun to meet new knitters or crocheters, and Amanda has a podcast I discovered, and I'm so glad, Amanda, that you joined the group, because by doing so I was able to find your podcast and I really enjoy it. If you guys are looking for a new podcast to watch, go check out Amanda's podcast. It's called the Stitching You and More podcast, and I really, really enjoyed it. It's one I'm going to watch again, and in fact, she has 11 podcasts, so I'm going to go back and start from episode 1 and watch the first 10. I already watched 11. So thank you, Amanda, for joining. I hope to see you in the group, and yeah, welcome. Then we have Knitting to Finish, and that is Latanya. And Latanya is from Beaumont, Texas, so another Texas lady. Welcome to the show, and I look forward to seeing you in the forums and getting to know you. And maybe since you live so close, we can meet sometime at a fiber festival or a knit along of some kind. I think that would be super fun. So thanks for joining. And then we have another Texas lady who is Jeanette. And Jeanette is the Bookish Stitcher, and she has the podcast, the Booker Stitcher podcast. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say. But I met Jeanette at the DFW Fiber Fest, and she is a really sweet lady, and you guys need to go check out her podcast as well. That is the Booker Stitcher podcast. I don't know why that's a mouthful, but thank you, Jeanette, for joining. I enjoy your podcast, and I'm glad you're checking out my podcast as well. So then we have one other lady, and her name is Kate, and Kate is from Massachusetts, and her username on Ravelry is K8Sims. So welcome, Kate. Thank you to all 4 of you ladies for joining the group, and I hope I get to see you in the forums and learn more about you guys. So let's move on to knitting. I have been working like crazy on several different projects. One is my socks, which I'm knitting now. These are, let me get across this row. These are the part of the Desert Vista Dye Works Sock of the Month Club for April. And I have what I'm doing with these, I'm making like the tube socks, and then I'm going back in and adding the afterthought heel. So this is in my Erin Lane bag, which I got at DFW. So super cute. And here is sock number 1, and it is just it's just a plain vanilla sock knit from the toe up to the cuff, and I did the 2-2 ribbing, and that's about 1.5 inches. And then there's my waist yarn right there for the afterthought heel. And then the colorway is Kiss Me at Midnight. And then I have sock number 2. There's my little coffee stitch marker. And that marks the front of my sock. And then there is the afterthought heel. There it is. So I don't have a whole lot more to go, as you can see. And they are very, very matchy. I have a thing about having to match my stripes. I have to. Otherwise, it drives me crazy. So they're very, very matchy-batchy, as you guys can see. And the way I do this, what I do is when I cast on from the toe up, I leave my tail out and I don't sew it in until after I've cast on the second. I left this one out so you guys could see. That way, what I try to do is get it to where the color changes. And as you guys can see, this had a little bit of gray. And then there is the pink hanging off. So right where the gray is where the red or the pink and the black were. So that kind of created a gray. And you can see there it is. So I did that on this one as well. So you can see my pink tails here, but yet the toe starts the gray and the black. And yes, I do usually have to pull the second one off and redo it again, and maybe, you know, I had some of the pink sticking in there, so I took it off, redid it again. It doesn't take but maybe 2 or 3 times, just doing the magic cast on, and then there you go. So you go up and I follow my stripes. So I knew on the first one that after I did 1, 2, 3 bright pinks, then in the middle of that black I would put my waste yarn. So I did the same thing over here. Now when I go to do the heels, I will take the yarn and I will, of course, before I tie my yarn on, I will go back through, put my needle in here, take the waste yarn out, and then I will tie on, and where I tie on is between a color change. And then I will start with black. I like to continue the color that is split there and where the waste yarn is. So I will start with black, and then whatever color comes after black is what comes after black. So then the next one, I will find the color that has black, and then whatever color that is next, and I'll do the same thing on this one. And they're usually very matchy-matchy. I did that on these. Oops. On these Easter socks. They are super, super matchy. Like, check out the heels. See how the heels are matchy-matchy? Tops. Yeah, so that's my little trick. Hopefully that'll help you guys if you want matchy-matchy socks. So, that's project number 1. Let me put it away. Sorry. The ball fell on the floor, and I need to put it away before dog hair gets all over it. Because Dottie is all about getting dog hair everywhere. She is so sweet and loving, but she gets dog hair everywhere. It's just a golden thing, I guess. All right, next up, my grandma is having a birthday, and her birthday is May 9th. We are going next Sunday for a surprise birthday party for her, and I always try to make my grandma something. It's her 95th birthday. So, I really loved my Yowza shawl that I made out of the Bluebonnet colorway, and I made the Weigh It shawl, the first one, and I loved it, and I really wanted to make one for my grandma, but I wasn't too sure I wanted to use Yowza because she washes and dries everything and on super high heat. So I thought, you know what, I better make it out of acrylic just so that it will last longer. So I went to Joann's and I picked out some yarn, and I forgot the name of this yarn. It's in my project notes. But I have finished the shawl, and I know you can't really tell. It's not finished. I finished the knitting and I'm binding off in the Peacoat edging, and she is gonna love this. My grandmother is always cold, so even though it is springtime and summer's around the corner, she gets chilled if she's inside with the air conditioner running. So she is gonna love this. You won't get to see it finished because, well, maybe you will. Maybe I can podcast before I give this to her next Sunday. I will try to do that so you can see it because it's really, really pretty. And even though it's out of the acrylic big box store yarn, I think she's going to love it. It's just a grape purple, and it reminds me of grape Kool-Aid when I was a little kid. And it's really pretty, and I think she's going to love it. I'm going to go buy her either some soap or maybe some earrings, probably some soap or some hand cream, because she doesn't really get out that much, so I'm not sure how much earrings or jewelry would be used, although she loves that stuff. I think soap or some powder or something like that to go with it. So that is the Weigh It shawl, number 1. So camera keeps freezing, and that's driving me crazy. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyways, my other project is my shawl, and it is called the Leaf Evolution, I believe. Where is the front? Yes, it is the Leaf Evolution shawl by Tiana Atrua. Yeah, that's her name. The Leaf Evolution shawl. There is not a picture of the shawl in the pattern. I wish there was. I would show it to you, but go check out my project page and click on the pattern so that you can take a look at the prettiness of this shawl. It is gorgeous, and I'm using Miss Babs, and I cannot remember the colorway. Well, the colorway is naked, I think it's Isadora is the base. It's a fingering weight natural color, and this is turning out really, really pretty. I am so excited. I did buy beads at the bead store, and they are going to be so pretty on this yarn. Okay, so I can't really stretch it out that much. I'm making the largest one, which is the 20 repeats of the pattern for section B. But it is going to be so pretty when it's blocked. Can you guys see the pattern? It's just gorgeous. It's a triangular shawl, and it doesn't really have beads on it, but I'm going to put beads anyways because I think they're gorgeous. And I cannot wait to wear this. So pretty. I love it. I love it. I love it. It is in one of my bags from my Etsy store, Black Horse Fashions, which I have some wonderful ideas for some new style of bags, and I think I'm going to revamp my whole Etsy store. I might even change the name of it because Black Horse Fashions is so extremely long. What do you guys think? Should I change the name of my Etsy store? I don't know that you actually can. I might have to just open up a new store. I don't know if I want to do that because people who might have purchased from me before might have me as a favorites, and then I go and change my name. I need some advice. So help me out. I do, whether I change the name or not, want to revamp the whole store because I have some ideas for some new items, and I'm super excited about that. So let me know. Tell me what you think I should do. Send me a private message and let me know. I'd appreciate that. Because I've been thinking about it for a whole week now. Maybe over a week. So yeah. What else? What else? Oh, I do have one more project. I am working on something kind of silly, but I think it's fun. And, you know, I think everybody should do fun stuff. And this is a toy. And I don't make a whole lot of toys. My mama used to knit all kinds of toys. Over here, let me use the camera. See my messy room. Should not be showing you my messy room. There is a pig puppet and a little clown. You can't really see. I might just have to take a picture. Now you've seen my messy room. Okay. My mama used to knit all kinds of toys though. She made me a pig puppet and a clown, a stuffed clown. She knit these little egg koozies for like Easter eggs, and it's a chicken. And she knit me a duck, and that's it. She knit me a sweater when I was little, probably 2 sweaters that I can think of. She just loved to knit, and so she used to make toys all the time. So I saw this, and it kind of makes me think of my mama because she loved to knit toys. But it's Lester, and he's a sheep. Isn't he cute? The pattern is by a Houston girl. Her name is Natasha Sills, and she is also the owner and indie dyer behind Gritty Knits. So, if you want, you should check out this pattern. He is so super cute. Natasha came up with this pattern for the Houston Fiber Festival, which is going to be going on this summer. You can go to www.houstonfiberfest.com to get the information. So some of you ladies out there who live in Beaumont, you might want to come. And if you do, come check check me out, look for me, and say hello. I'd love to meet you guys. Um, Anybody that's in driving distance to Houston, all the ladies in San Antonio, Jeanette, um, Stacy of Mustache Yarn, all those ladies should come. I know there's some other podcasters here in Houston. There's Diane of Suburban Stitcher. Um, there's just a lot of people around this area that will probably be here, I hope. So in order to promote the Fiber Festival, they are asking that we knit a sheep, and then we take pictures of the sheep all around Houston and we tag it. So I plan on doing that. My mom is going to knit one with me because obviously she's going to the Fiber Festival with me. She's my fiber buddy. We like to go on yarn crawls and shopping for yarn together. So we have planned to do that. And here is my sheep. Here is Lister. And this is his body. And I got my little Texas stitch marker to mark the beginning of my row because I'm using double pointed needles. And there, lost a stitch. I wouldn't want our little sheepy to come unraveled. So here is his body, and he is going to be so cute. I wasn't too sure how big he would be when I started him, but I think he's going to be pretty big. And I bought some brown for his hat and his boots, but I don't have that here. And here's the yarn. It's kind of fuzzy. It's just going to be so cute. And I can't wait to see all the other sheep at the Fiber Festival. You're supposed to bring your sheep with you, and I think you get a prize for bringing a sheep with you. So I just thought it was fun, and I do plan to take him around Houston and take some pictures of him at some of the famous places in town. I don't live very close to NASA, but that would be fun to take him to NASA and take a picture. But there's some neat places around town that I plan on taking him and getting a picture of him. So I hope you guys, if you're close, you would come and come to the festival. It's going to be fun. So that's about it I have for knitting. I don't have any finished objects, but I'm close on a few, like the purple shawl for my grandma. So hopefully next week that will be done. I don't have any new fiber to show you, no yarn, because I've been good, which doesn't happen very often, I know. But I did go to a new store here in Houston. It's between Cypress and Katy, and the store is called the CJ Bead Store, and it's on Fry Road. And if you are in the Houston area and you are looking for beads for your projects, this is the place to go. They have all kinds of beads. They have just anything you can imagine to make jewelry. So I've been in there twice now, within a month. And so I have bought beads, of course, and some other little things, which I might not show you because they're for my, it's a surprise. But check out the beads. These are so pretty. These are like crystally, really, really shiny. You can't see them real good in the tube. These are pink. I bought these. I bought these for something, but it's not going to work, so I might use these on a shawl eventually. Green ones, which make me think of Christmas. And the lady that owns the shop is very, very helpful and very, very sweet and just the nicest lady. And so I like buying from her. I like to support local shops, and especially when they're as nice as she is. She also was selling some soap at the counter, and she was telling me I had to buy it because it smells so good. Oh my goodness. She told me that some nuns make this soap, and so she has told them that she will sell it in there. And it's handmade goat milk, honeysuckle, and oh my goodness, I wish you guys could smell it. Smell it? Doesn't it smell good? Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Now that you guys have seen it, I can crack it open and use it for my shower tonight. Oh, it smells so good. Anyways, so yeah, if you're in the area, you should go check out the bead store. She's got every color imaginable, every size imaginable. She has bigger beads like for jewelry making. Just amazing. I think she even offers classes for making jewelry. So that might be something if you're in the area that you want to check out. And so that was CJ Bead Store, and it's on Fry Road. It's between Katy and Cypress. So, I guess that's it. I did not bring a vintage book over here to show you, and I really don't want to get up and go get one. So, I'll do that next week. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I will see you guys next week. You guys take care and have a good one. Bye.